Hey everybody, it's Greg Rice. We're here in the Bucket, Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and a great client of ours yesterday asked a super phenomenal question. He said, Greg, with all of the inflation and people struggling to make ends meet, do you think that I should be worried about buying more property and getting the rents? Will people still pay even though stuff is tough, right? The free checks are running out and people are back to work, and they're back to work at wages that are 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago's wages and not reflective of the cost of today's economy, right? Gas, food, everything, insurance, home prices, everything is up, as you've seen on the news. So I thought in my mind about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I think I referenced that in a previous video. I forget what it was for, but today I'm coming up with the tenants hierarchy of needs. And maybe one day I'll be in the history books, maybe, and probably not, but we'll put this out there to the world now, and you can get an idea of our perspective when it comes to answering that question. So every month, right? Tenants, they receive whatever income they have. Where does it go? A lot of places. But in sum, for the purposes of this video, it goes to 5 different places, in our opinion. The first one at the bottom, right? The bottom of the pyramid, housing. Housing. We're first in line, number 1. And you may disagree, but I would disagree with your disagreeing, because for 10 years I've seen tens of thousands of people, and a small fraction of them get evicted. So that shows me that housing is people, tenants' first priority. So to answer your question from yesterday, Mr. Homeowner, don't worry about it. You're first in line to get paid. Now, second in line, again, in our opinion, is food and water, right? You got to put food on the table, food in the stomachs of your family, and food in the cupboards. So that comes second. Third, utilities. Utilities like your phone, your internet, your electric, your gas, your water, sewer, if applicable, etc. And I see when people don't pay their utilities, because we get a notice, right? It'll say electric meter has been on for 3 months and not transferred into a new tenant's name, or tenant will call and say that their heater doesn't work, come to find out that their tank is not filled with oil. So I see that more than I see evictions, which is why I'm putting it a little bit higher up on the pyramid. The fourth thing I would say is entertainment and leisure, and I'll kind of group those together, meaning you're going to go out for drinks, you're going to go out for dinner, you're going to go on a vacation, you're maybe going to buy some new clothes, you're going to upgrade your car, something at your house. Money that's kind of like mad money, if you will. It doesn't have anywhere to go, so you can utilize it right there in that step 4. Now the top of the pyramid is investment, right? And most tenants never get to that step because they're tenants, right? They have limited income, and they might have something on their credit history. They might just not want to do it. They might not have the education to do it. There's a million reasons why. But that is the top of the pyramid. And if they get to that point, then they exit the pyramid. They are no longer in the tenant's hierarchy of needs because now they're a homeowner. So that's why I'm putting that right there. If they get to step 5 and they invest in a home, 3.5% down payment, first time home buyer, 0% if they're a veteran, they can get out of that system and that cyclical loop, because every month this pyramid will reset itself. So tenant will pay their rent, get their food, get their water, pay their utilities, have a little fun, and then back to square one. But as we saw in COVID, some people didn't even get to step 1, right? And then other people skipped step 1, step 2 kind of, step 3 for sure, and then just went right to Florida, right, with their stimulus checks. I know quite a few tenants that did that. So the pyramid is not a sure flow, right? It's not a guaranteed, but it's just kind of the average based on our 10 years of experience, plus with the COVID experience that we see. So if you're buying a property and you're worried about, oh my gosh, people can't make ends meet nowadays, they're not going to pay the rent, don't worry about it. If you were selling like paper towels, then I would be like, you know what? In this market, you're probably not going to get paid. So again, just to reiterate here, housing is first on the list for 99% of the population, in my opinion. And don't worry about investing because it's where people live. They need a roof over their head. So, don't sweat it. Once again, Greg Rice here in the bucket, your property managed.